So the news about this movie just keeps on dropping, and I'm going to keep on delivering so you guys could talk about it with me, and we could come to an understanding on more or less what we think this movie's going to be about, and whether we think we're going to enjoy this movie, because a shitload of stuff just came out kind of giving a little bit more into the plot, and ultimately what this movie's going to be about. And we have official word from Kishimoto saying that this is indeed canon to the manga. I will read it to you, and then I'll give my input. Kishimoto Sensei says the manga and movie are connected, and because that is the case, the manga should be read to completion first. So unfortunately, if you're an anime-only viewer, it'd be probably in your best interest to just jump on the manga, so that way you can be caught up in time for the last Naruto the movie. Although, since we might not get the movie in a, decent time, because it'll probably be a bit until we get the actual movie, because, they take forever to translate it. Maybe you can still follow the anime, and once the movie comes out, you can then jump straight away. So I'm not 100% sure on that, but I personally would just say go with the manga, because spoilers are going to be floating around. However, even if one hasn't finished the manga, it's alright. He continues on mentioning that he's going to be blunt and say the movie is about love. There hasn't been a movie with a romantic theme thus far, so he hopes fans will enjoy the experience. And also another scan came out, and here's what this has to say. The last Naruto the movie takes place during a winter festival in the Hidden Leaf Village. Ever since she was little, Hinata wanted to give Naruto a scarf as a personal gift from her to him. However, a mysterious man appears with the intent to kidnap Hinata. He fails on doing so and instead captures the wrong person, Hinata's sister, Hanabi. The scan also mentions that the mysterious man's true identity is Toneri Otsutsuki, a descendant of Kaguya Otsutsuki, the Sage of Six Paths' mother. He appears with a team of puppets in front of Naruto and friends and dominates them with an overwhelming power. He then captures Hinata as a battle to protect Earth from the crashing meteors is reaching its limits. And we're left with one tease. The scan mentions a true end plan is in works, but what does it entail? And what is the sorrowful destiny between the Otsutsuki clan and Hinata's Hyuga clan? As the last day of Earth nears, everyone's feelings will crash across time. And along with that, we got a bunch of new images as well. You can check it out. I'll have it all down in the description. So it seems as though one thing that he's going to do and tackle with this one is definitely the pairings. I think Kishimoto realized that the fandom really did want a definitive answer who Naruto was going to be with. We wanted it to go a step further than just Naruto gooning, Hinata hiding behind a tree, liking him. So the fact that he's doing this, I'm personally excited, because I think when you go into the romantic nature, but you're still going to have some of the battle elements, that's a good mixture, and it's just not being the same old bullshit where I think a lot of us are tired of, they dance around it. Oh, they might get together at some point, and we never get a clear answer. So this movie is going to tackle that. It's going to tackle a big battle with somebody that is Kaguya's descendant. So I'm guessing that it actually is just somebody that, like, maybe a great-great-great-grandson or some shit like that, past the Sage's time, which I don't get why they only reference Kaguya, not the Sage as well, because if he's a descendant of Kaguya, then that would mean that he's like a generation or two down from Hagoromo. And the whole scarf thing makes sense, because we've seen Naruto in a couple of clips and a couple of sketches with the red scarf, throwing it over his shoulder. So ultimately, he's probably going to get it after Hinata's captured, and then once he does finally rescue her, maybe they'll finally admit their feelings to each other, and maybe, some sort of kiss or something. We get to see a couple different sketches. We get to see Sakura. She's going to be in the movie. And, if you've seen the trailer, you see that there's going to be loads of different things. Now, I want to talk real quickly. If you've seen the trailer, the big thing, because I didn't really get to discuss it much in my reaction, Kakashi, spoiler alert, seemingly is going to be the Hokage of, the village or whatever at this particular point. Now, there's a lot of controversy. A lot of people are like, Kakashi's fucking weak. He's shit without his eyes. What the fuck is he gonna do? Well, first of all, if you want Naruto to become Hokage, he can't be Hokage yet, because even though he has the strength and the will, ultimately you need the brains. And at this particular point, Naruto is still young. It's gonna take him another 10 years maybe, or even I don't know, really 10, maybe 5 or so, just for him to get at that level. He's too young. You can't have a 16-year-old or 17-year-old running the village at this particular point. So for now, it is suitable for Kakashi to be Hokage. I mean, at the end of the day, don't sleep on Kakashi just because he don't got the eyes anymore, which we're not 100% confirmed that he doesn't have some other power, or some of the abilities that he obtained from the eyes or the copying that he had, he still can't utilize. And at the end of the day, he's smart, he's a great leader, and I personally think, while, yeah, he doesn't have the strength, and I think that is vital to a certain degree, ultimately he does have the brains, and that's going to lead the village into a new day. And at the end of the day, it makes me wonder, does Tsunade step down? Do they say, you know what, you fucking suck, you got to get out of here? Because out of the 5 Kage, I feel the people that need to be replaced at this point is Tsunade, At the end of the day, she didn't do too much in the war. Naruto had to pretty much do everything to save the village. So Tsunade could be replaced. I think Gaara, at the end of the day, he's fine. I mean, who else are they going to replace him with anyway from the sand? So he's fine. Raikage, I'm half and half with him. I wouldn't mind if he gave it to Darui at some point once Darui got a little bit stronger. Or, well, B, if he gave it to B, imagine like just the whole fucking Cloud Village just rapping and shit. So not B. Mizukage is perfectly fine. I don't see any reason to get rid of her. She did the best she could, and ultimately she's badass as hell. And last but not least, Tsuchikage definitely got to get out of there. They need to find somebody to replace his old ass. He's no good anymore. He got his ass fucked up, and at the end of the day, it's time for a new generation. So that's what I think about the Hokage, and I think Kakashi, while he isn't the strongest, he still is a good, suitable force for being Hokage, and who knows what abilities he has from now till the last Naruto the movie. But let me know what you guys think. First of all, what do you think about this whole kidnapping thing? What do you think about Tonetti? How strong you think he's going to be? And him being a descendant of Kaguya, why are they specifically saying only Kaguya and not Hagoromo or something? Because if he's a descendant from her, then that would obviously mean either he's from the clan, and that's why they don't want to say, you know, directly, like that would be her grandson or something, so he's just from the Otsutsuki clan, or if not, then that would mean that Hagoromo would be like, a grandfather or something to this guy. And what do you think about that Naruhina love confession? Again, her giving the scarf and everything. Do you think that they're going to kiss at this movie? I honestly think that that would be perfect. And to be honest, I was thinking of something because they were talking about, Kakashi's mask and everything. And I don't want him to have the mask on the actual statue if he becomes Hokage. I think what would be very fitting for Kakashi's mask to come off is maybe we don't see necessarily him take off the mask himself, but when they put up the statue at the end of the movie, we see him without the mask on the statue. That would be very awesome and symbolic, and I think that'd be a perfect way to end Kakashi's, I guess, legacy. Your overall thoughts, some more information, again, I have it all in the description so you can check it out. Let me know what you guys think, and are you excited once again? But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be awesome. I'm Finette World, and as always, people, have an awesome day.